Today I fucked up by misinterpreting a breakup as an engagement. So earlier my friends and I were hanging out in Discord as we like to do, and one of my friends, we'll call him Simon, is playing a video game, and me and my other friend, we'll call him Timothy, are watching. We're just chatting about our lives and commenting on the game, typical stuff, until I ask him about how he and his girlfriend are doing and if he's visiting her soon. They're long distance. He tells me, oh, we're not actually boyfriend/girlfriend anymore, in a rather somber tone. My dumbass romantic self proceeds to gasp extremely loudly and excitedly and says, in what I am told is the most genuinely excited and happy voice Simon has heard, you two got engaged. Cue Simon having to stop playing his game cause he's laughing his ass off, me sitting there extremely confused as to why Simon is laughing so damn hard, and Tim quietly saying that no, they weren't engaged, they broke up. I apologized a million times but I still feel kinda bad about it. Turns out the breakup happened 2 weeks ago and Tim had confided in Simon a while back and was just now ready to talk about it with the rest of the friend group. Guess I fucked that up lol. Too long didn't read. Friend told me he broke up with his girlfriend in a way ambiguous enough that I thought it was an engagement announcement, proceeded to get really excited much to his dismay. This seems like the type of stuff many would do. He probably got a rush of joy after thinking how stupid the situation is. I'm over here grieving for my girl and this fool just thought I was getting married. He probably thinking more about this interaction than the breakup to stay happy. After my girlfriend of 10 years broke up with me, I said to my friend, I have some news about my girlfriend, but I don't want you to tell anyone just yet. He says, oh wow, how are you getting married? I replied opposite, we're breaking up. Unless you did it to take the piss and are now backtracking and pretending you really thought they were engaged, then I'd say you're fine. But if it's that, you've been shit and the sooner you just say that the sooner this will be over lol. But if it was a genuine mistake don't sweat it at all, he's upset about the actual breakup not some stupid comment you made. But yay, just make sure it's not the first one. No, I'm just a total dumbass and they had been together for like 3 years, so I totally forgot for a second that breaking up even existed lol. My husband told me that one of his couple friends were no longer boyfriend and girlfriend as a way to inform me that they were engaged. I can see how this mistake could be made. Just say sorry that you fubarred so hard and wrong. Today I fucked up by calling out my boss. Hey all, just sitting here in a pool of self-worthlessness, with no end in sight, thought I might share how I just fucked my life up, again. I worked for a landscape company, let's call them shitheads, it kind of helps me feel better lol. Well, I was hired on by shitheads to do lawn care maintenance, a humbling, hard-working job, something I have years of experience in and actually quite enjoy doing. I got hired on at $14, a pay rate I didn't mind because I had zero leadership responsibility. That quickly changed, and they had me memorizing routes, talking with customers, and doing paperwork. At the same time, I come across an Indeed ad by them, stating they were looking for more people for my position, but starting them at $15, without experience. I'm not the most cocky person, but I know what I know, and I'm good at what I do. So I went to my supervisor about the ad, and he told me he'd pay me more $15, if I was quiet about it. SMH.gif. If there's one thing I'll fight for, it's for the working man or woman. I didn't go around spouting off, or sharing the ad, or anything. But a new girl that started told everyone how they started her at $15. This chick couldn't even string a weed eater. Needless to say, these guys are pissed. So everyone's coming to me, cause I've been called the voice of reason a couple times in just a month and a half of working there, and asking my opinion. It's bullshit. It's complete and utter bullshit. The next day I come to work, there's a news up saying they're hiring people for my and many others position for $40,000 a year. That's roughly $19. He doesn't even start them off at that, which I think is illegal, but I'd claim laws. So instead of having the normal morning, I go off on my boss, saying this, saying that, nothing too unprofessional, but enough to obviously have screwed up. When I realize this, I get a second wind and I let loose. He fired me, without even saying that. I literally had to ask if he was firing me. Now that I'm relieved of the strain of trying to keep my job, I get a third wind and just absolutely destroy this man. In front of God and the whole company. I call him out for being manipulative and deceiving to his workers, call him a liar for going back on his word in the ad, and storm off. I suffer from personality disorders as well as depression and anxiety disorders. I do have a therapist, and she's helping me learn how to be normal. I don't do very well with people deceiving myself, or others for that matter, and that was the source of my anger. I regret nothing. TL, doctor, I called my boss a liar in front of everyone and had to ask if I was being fired. You shouldn't regret shit. He should be regretfully. I'm a personal assistant, which does include manual labor, as I tail the owner of our construction company. When I started, I made $10 an hour. I've held several other jobs at $15/$24 hour. I can weld and fit pipe for 2 years, and have worked several power plant jobs. I am well qualified and competent, period. I knew it was a low start, but we agreed I show my worth, I move up in pay. I quickly moved to $12 hour and had been stuck here. That rate. Well, others he hires off the street at $15/$17 HR that have one job, not several as I do. I oftentimes train these fucks and I stay at $12 HR. No. So I have a printout of all my hours, and the other employees' hours, part of my job to have access to everything, and their wage and mine. I added up the difference and then fired off, told him why I was pissed, etc., and now we're at a standstill. I still work, have to live, I have kids, but he knows I'm gonna go elsewhere if he doesn't fix it as I asked. Not training people that make more than me and doing 2 other tasks assigned if I'm not even being paid fair. All in all, don't feel bad. They know your worth and are taking pure advantage of it. When I was a brand new, spanking shiny engineer, my first boss sat me down and told me never to disrespect my technicians. He then went on for a good 30+ minutes at how well trained they were, how much experience and leeway they had. They were practically ran experiments and systems all by themselves with no supervision. I'm sitting there, all 21 years old, looking at him, and finally said, why would I talk down to them? He's 20 years older for me, and he literally paused, face froze, everything for a good 10+ seconds as he processed this. Since that day we've been bought and sold, and the new company treats techs like disposable cell phones. I hate it, but I'll never treat them like shit. TBH, I wish I was there to cheer you on. Smile. Hope things work out for you, mate. That sounds like it would have been epic to witness. Good for you, calling out the shite manager in front of the whole crew. I like to think this caused some ripples of discontent and caused others to make a stink. Everyone was already pissed. One of the very few people I trust there told me from the beginning that they don't like being called out, and that everyone had a tendency to shy away when their grievances were addressed. You didn't fuck up. Good for you. I wish I called out my boss for firing me. He just got hired as the general manager. So to welcome him to the company, me and my co-workers invited him out for drinks. It was all fun and games until he started hitting on me and just straight up asked me to sleep with him. I politely declined. He was one of those frat guys in college, probably peaked in high school, and he's now 30 and can't let go of his glory days. So a girl turning him down was a blow to the ego. The next day at work, his first shift, he fired me. When I asked why, he said it just wasn't working out. Lol. I wish I would have called him out for basically firing me because I wouldn't sleep with him. I'm pretty sure that's illegal in most places. Today I fucked up by drinking 1 liter of Monster Energy. I am currently abroad in Malta. In my country, Switzerland, Monster Energies are usually sold in 350 milliliters cans, rarely bigger. Here the only ones available are 500 milliliters. Because I couldn't leave my house for a while, quarantine, I hadn't them in a while. Today my test results came and I was negative. So I went out to a store and bought 2 cans. In the evening, 10 to 11:30 p.m. I was playing Dark Souls 3. I decided to try some bosses and needed some extra energy. So I opened the first one. It was a standard white one. Tasted good. After about 15 minutes I was thirsty again. But I didn't have any water. So I decided to try the new green one I never had before. After I finished I finally looked at the cans. Both were 500 milliliters. It's now 4:33 a.m. and I still can't sleep. My work starts at 9. Help. Too long didn't read, drank 1 liter of Monster Energy and can't sleep now. Have to go to work in a few hours. Positive is that you didn't take cocaine, but now he's got to take coke to get through the workday. Hello mate and welcome to Malta. For the record, we have small Monster cans here, but they are less common unfortunately. Monster are also extremely sweet to the point they annoy you. I would recommend going for Fun and Go, which are green, or hell with our red/white, as they taste better in my opinion. Fun and Go is also a bit cleaner as energy drinks go. Thanks for the input. Can I buy those at the normal convenience stores? LMFAO. What boss is the real question? Pretty early game. First I defeated the Curse Rot's Great Wood, then the Deacons of the Deep. I tried the Abyss Watchers too, but I failed. Buy 2 more and drink them at work, you're going to caffeine crash. All you can do is delay it until after work. Worked so far. Thanks.